Hi, yogis. Welcome. My name is Erin, and this is the first in a series of mini workshops on different topics related to yoga asana, postures, and pranayama, breath control. So based on the feedback from my regular students and my donation-based classes, we'll start off this workshop series today with an introduction and a little bit of a closer look into Surya Namaskar, sun salutes. And so if you're a regular yoga practitioner, or even if you've taken some intro classes, you've likely been introduced to sun salutes in some capacity. So today we'll take a little bit of a look at the history, some of the context for doing sun salutes, and then some of the main forms. And then later in this workshop, we'll really break down and walk through one form, classical Surya Namaskar, classical sun salutes. As far as props to have on hand, you may want 2 blocks today, and then any other props with which you like to practice. So we'll start with a little bit of a discussion here. Feel free to get comfortable, find a comfortable seat. So when we talk about Surya Namaskar, sun salutes, they really started becoming popular in the US and in other places of the world in the 1930s. And some of the main benefits of sun salutes, they're a really ideal way to start any yoga practice, especially early in the morning with an empty stomach, empty bladder, empty bowels. So why is this? Why is this a good way to begin and warm up a practice? Well, most students can access some form of sun salutes with modifications and variations. So they're pretty accessible. They also unify the body-breath connection. And this is integral to any kind of yoga class, physical yoga practice. And often in yoga studios, we really focus on the workout side of yoga, the fitness side, and that's great. That's important. But really, we want to get to the heart of connecting our breath to our movement and using the breath to inform our movement, our pace, and to help quiet the mind. And we can do that with Surya Namaskar. Sun salutes also awaken the whole physical body, in particular softening muscles, opening joints, stimulating neurological and circulatory pathways. And then on a more subtle body level, practicing Surya Namaskar as a warm-up or as a practice in and of itself helps to initiate what we call conscious awareness. And developing this conscious, clear, focused awareness is really the goal of our physical yoga practice. And then Surya Namaskar is also the foundation for pretty much all of the yoga sequences you'll experience in a class. And so from learning sun salutes in different formats, you can get creative. And you don't have to be a yoga teacher to do that. So there are 3 main forms of Surya Namaskar. There are dozens of different forms, but 3 that you'll probably encounter in your yoga classes. The first is classical Surya Namaskar. And if you practice with me, we do those in every single class, whether gentle, all levels, or an advanced level 2 class. And then there's also modern Surya Namaskar A and modern Surya Namaskar B. And the modern versions are a little bit more intensive, can be a little bit more rigorous, also can need a little bit of warm up first. So today, we'll narrow our focus to classical Surya Namaskar. And what I love about classical sun salutes is they're accessible, interesting, engaging if you're brand new to yoga. It's a great way to start to open and strengthen key body parts and really develop that deep diaphragmatic breath control. And if you're an experienced long-term yogi, classical Surya Namaskar can become a kind of meditation in itself. So coming to a seat on your mat here, we'll warm up the body a bit first before we dive in. Starting in a comfortable seat, either one leg in front or crossed over the other. And if this is feeling too intense, you can always sit up on the knees instead, even sliding a blanket right under the sacrum. So find a way that you can sit tall here, and we'll begin to connect to our breath. Keeping eyes open or shutting them down. Roll your shoulders back, feeling them stack on top of hips, and then begin to lightly engage the abdominals as you start to feel the back body grow strong and tall. And then draw your attention to the breath. Take a few rounds of deep, intentional breath in and out through the nose. In yoga, we keep our mouth shut down for most of the breath work and let the breath move in through the nostrils, the back of the throat, and eventually all the way to the bottom third of the lungs. Take a few more rounds of breath here and start to find a nice pace of breath that feels deep but comfortable. Take one more full round of breath, long spine, and shoulders relaxed. Good. And then begin to rock, finding circles through the hips. So keep your sits bones rooted. And each time you pull forward, lengthen the spine. And when you roll back, pull the belly in. The next time you come through center, switch the shape of those circles and take a few more the opposite way. And then come back to sit tall, shoulders right over hips. With an inhale, reach the arms out and up, interlace the fingers, and then press the palms up as you pull the belly in. See if you can find length through the spine without arching through the lower back. Let the hips fall out to the sides, and we'll find some cow-cats this way. Take an inhale, press the palms up. Exhale, tuck the chin around the shoulders. Inhale to lift and reach. And exhale to round. Take one more on your breath. Inhale to rise. And exhale to round. Take one more inhale. Unhook the fingers. And with the exhale, release the hands and come onto hands and knees for tabletop pose. For tabletop, shoulders are right over wrists, hips over knees, and then we'll tuck the toes for stability. Spread the fingers really wide and imagine someone pressing your palm down. Next inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Marjaryasana, cow pose. Exhale, tuck the chin, belly in and up. Bitalasana, cat. Take a few more this way on your pace of breath, warming up the spine and also keeping the belly engaged. And then finish up the round you're on. Meet back in neutral tabletop. Press the floor away. Tuck your toes and take an inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Settling in here to your down dog shape, you can always keep a bend in the knees as the hamstrings open up, and then draw the weight from the wrists by pressing through the center of the palm. Let the head and neck hang heavy. And already here, coming back to our theme of Surya Namaskar, sun salutes. All of our sun salutes involve down dog shapes. And with time, through your sun salute practice, down dog will become a resting pose. Take one more full breath cycle here. Let the heels sink back, draw the shoulders down. And then with an inhale, gaze comes forward, come up on the tiptoes, and slow and steady begin to tiptoe toward the hands, drawing weight to the shoulders, lift through the hips and buttocks, and then find a forward fold at the top of the mat, Uttanasana. Let the arms hang heavy and gently sway. At the beginning and end of our sun salutes, we move through forward folds. So as you move through a series of sun salutes,
You'll feel the backs of the legs grow more open. You'll feel the gaze shift further up between the thighs. And you'll feel the breath stay deep, even as the belly is compressed. Spread the toes wide, let the arms hang heavy. Bend your knees and begin to roll up.
Eventually lifting head and shoulders and meeting here in mountain pose, Tadasana. So for Classical Surya Namaskar, we'll start with the foot alignment. Unless this causes any pain or tension in the knees and hips, I'll invite you to bring big toes together and then heels are slightly out. Might feel a little different than hips distance apart. It really helps us to roll the inner thighs in, to engage those outer hip areas, and to press through the feet. Beginning to engage all the muscles here in mountain pose. Reach the fingers down, lift through the top of the head, tuck the tailbone, squeezing the glutes together, and then pull the belly in and up. Find your longest, strongest shape here. Take one more full breath cycle, deep diaphragmatic breath. Okay, so we're ready to break down Classical Surya Namaskar. We'll walk it through a couple times, not on the breath, really exploring each of the shapes. And then we'll close this mini workshop by taking a few rounds all together on the breath. Beginning at the top of the mat. With an inhale, palms to heart center, Samastihi. Exhale, shoulders back. So holding here, just a note for Classical Surya Namaskar, our arms are going to come forward and up. So we're never reaching our arms out and up. Might feel a little different. Ready to begin. With an inhale, arms forward and up. Arm muscles active. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with the heart. Plant the hands or fingers and step back with the right foot. Lower your right knee so the back toes are tucked here and fingers or palms are on the mat. Our first low lunge, Anjalayasana. Take an extra inhale, see if you can lift the chest and then let the hips sink. One more inhale, and on the exhale, plant the palms, pull the knee in and up, and step back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. From our down dog, inhale forward to plank. And just a note, in any yoga class, you're always welcome to lower knees in plank, building strength either way. From your plank pose, lengthen through the back of the neck. One more inhale, and without lowering the buttocks, lower knees, chest, and chin. This might feel a little funny if you're newer to this pose, Ashtanga Namaskar. So let's talk it through. Press the toes into the mat, pull the belly in and up, and then draw the elbows back to the ribs. Maybe chin comes to the mat as gaze shifts forward. From here, take an inhale, slide forward to the belly, straighten the legs, and hover the palms under the shoulders. Classical cobra. So in our Classical Surya Namaskar, we keep the toes tucked in cobra, but we lift the kneecaps off the mat. Take one more inhale, heart lifts, elbows back. And on the exhale, plant the palms, press up through knees or plank to downward facing dog. We'll take a full round of breath here. Check to see if your big toes are still together, heels slightly apart. Striving to keep our hands and feet the same distance apart through the whole sun salute. Next inhale, step the left foot back forward and lower right knee once more. Back toes are tucked, chest is lifted. So with Classical Surya Namaskar, each round involves 2 sets. So the first round, we take low lunge twice on the left side. And then the next round, we'll take low lunge twice on the right side. Take an inhale, lift the heart. And on the exhale, step forward, engage the belly, and fold. Big toes together. Press through the feet. And inhale, rise, arms straight forward and up. Whole body is active. Exhale, arms forward and to heart center. Good effort. So that was side one, half a round. Moving to side two. Inhale, arms forward and up. Pull the belly in. Exhale, fold, active legs. Plant through the fingers, step the left foot back, and inhale. We'll hold here, finding our stability. Back toes are tucked, and then make sure that front knee is always right over the ankle. If you find that it's behind the ankle, you can use your hand to slide it forward. This is really important to keep our knee joints healthy. One more inhale in our low lunge, and then plant the palms, pull the right knee in and up, and step back to down dog. Big toes together, palms in line with shoulders. Take a deep breath cycle here. With your next inhale, roll forward to plank, Phalakasana. And then lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. An extra breath here, press through toes and draw the elbows and shoulders back. Next inhale, slide forward for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Hover the palms, lengthen the back of the neck, and engage all the muscles on the back body. One more inhale. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Before we step forward to our lunge, think about how quiet you can be. See if you can lift your knee to the chest first and step without dragging the foot. And step the right foot back forward, lower left knee, and inhale, holding in our lunge. So a good indication of how much we're engaging our core in sun salutes is how quietly we sound on our mats each time we step forward and back. One more inhale, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, plant the hands, step the back foot up, and fold. Big toes together. Root to rise. Inhale, reach forward and up, active belly. And exhale, heart center, and release. Good effort. So a couple of takeaways there before we put that all together. Focusing on keeping the whole muscular body engaged. Focusing on really engaging the core each time you lift the knee forward or back. And then eventually focusing on keeping the distance between hands and feet the same throughout your whole flow, from plank to down dog to your lunge, and then always coming back to big toes together. So let's put that all together. I know it's a lot of new information, so maybe just focus on one aspect that's new for you, and we'll move through Classical Surya Namaskar on the breath. We'll take several full rounds here. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, shoulders back. Inhale, reach arms forward and up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, right foot back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank, lift through the belly. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Draw the elbows back. Inhale, slide forward for Cobra. Lift the knees. Exhale, up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the left foot forward. Deep inhale, lower right knee. Exhale, step to the top and fold. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Second side. Inhale to reach and rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. Inhale, find your low lunge. Exhale, up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward for cobra. Hover the palms. Exhale, up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps forward. Deep inhale, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. We'll take another round. This time I'll demo how to use the blocks if the hips are feeling tight. Inhale to rise, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Deep inhale, hands to blocks. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, sliding forward for cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, find your low lunge. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise, lift the gaze. Exhale, heart center. Second side, inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot back, inhale, palms to blocks. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward for cobra. Exhale, press up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise, reach the arms high. Exhale, heart center. One more round on the breath with fewer cues. Listen to your body. Connect your breath and movement. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Right foot, inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Left foot, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Left foot, inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale forward.
Exhale back.
Right.
Inhale. Exhale, fold.
Inhale to rise. And exhale, heart center. Release the arms. Come back to your mountain pose. Shut down the eyes here. Big toes together, heels out. And then begin to reach through fingers as you lift through the top of the head. And then notice your breath. Maybe noticing some heat behind the belly. Maybe noticing a deeper space in the lung capacity. Noticing any effects you feel from Classical Surya Namaskar. Maybe feeling the mind focused and calm. Maybe the body feeling open but strong. Take 3 more cooling breaths here. Good. And join me back in a seat when you're ready to wrap up this mini workshop on Classical Surya Namaskar. So in your home practice, whether you're brand new to these sun salutes or you've experienced them before, I encourage you to incorporate them into your daily life. So it's much more beneficial with a yoga practice to do 20 minutes of yoga a few times a week than it is to do an hour and a half once a week. So if you have 15, 20 minutes in the morning when you wake up, empty stomach, empty bladder, empty bowels, maybe give a try with 5 full rounds. 5 rounds right, 5 rounds left side. And then before bed as well. See what works for you. And then if you're able to sustain that over a period of weeks, notice what effects you cultivate in the mind, in the physical body, and in the energetic body. So that's all for Classical Surya Namaskar today. Stay tuned for more mini workshops, and I'd love to hear from you. So you can join my donation-based Yoga with Erin Facebook group. You can email me at freelancerphd@gmail.com. And to make a donation to support donation-based yoga, you can donate through Venmo or PayPal at freelancerphd, FREELANCERPHD. Thank you all for joining and practicing today. Namaste.